Dougie Emery chatting with Rob there. The Rangers manager Michael Beale has joined us. Sum that up for us if you can, Michael.
Similar to the games last year against Partick Thistle and Raith Rovers here in the Cup. I thought Morton were fantastic in terms of their discipline and their work ethic on the day. I think they tired in the end. The two VAR decisions obviously put the excitement in the game, but I would like us to be a little bit more clinical in the final third. I thought Jamie McDonald had a good game for Morton, but also we were very wasteful in moments as well.
What did you think of the penalties? Clear cut for you?
Look, it was a forwards tackle. I think he put his leg back to clear the ball, and he's caught him, so no complaints. And it's a shirt pull, and with VAR, and once he goes over, we think it's going to be given, yeah. We
were speaking to Danilo just a couple of minutes ago. He was talking about what he's been up to in training the last couple of days, working on finishing. You were talking there about making sure there was a level of consistency when it comes to that going forward. Is that something that's really sort of crystallised in your mind after today again?
Yeah, because I think we've had 20 plus shots again, 10 on target. To be fair to Jamie, I think he made some big stops right in the first minute, or the first couple of minutes when Rabbi gets through. He was on his game early in the game, if you like. But no, we're getting into really good areas. We're getting numbers in the box. Whether it's our final pass or our final shot, it needs to be more crisp. It needs to be more decisive. Certainly as we get into games like we've got on Tuesday night, for sure.
We'll get
Is
to
that kind of typical of most of your games so far this season, that when you have your good spells, your dominant spells, you're not killing teams off and you're almost keeping them alive, which is bringing a little bit of frustration around?
It's probably had the game up, Stephen. I thought we started really brightly. We got them on the back foot, using Rabbi as an outside winger, and John Lee up and in was effective early in the game. And you're hoping you come away from one of those big moments with a goal, but it didn't really go anywhere, the game. We had bright moments, and the half-time whistle comes, and that's the big question: how are we going to score, lads? And obviously the VAR decision goes against you at the start of the second half, and then you have to do what you have to do to win the game. But it was the same again in midweek. We should have been clearer in that game. Servette here the week before, Livingston, the last 20 minutes of the game, the goals come, and they were very good goals. But I'm looking for those ones when we get down the outside where we got forwards running across the box, scoring in from 2 or 3 yards. And we have replaced the six main attacking players in the team this summer. So it's taking time, and Cyril scored today, that's what it will say. Danilo scored today, so on paper they're moving in the right direction.
I suppose the good thing as well is you're creating all those chances. All right, you can look at it and say I want to be more clinical, but the players are getting in the right areas, so it's just about finishing them off then.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I think what people won't see is it's my job to make that call. We made 8 changes today. That's my decision. Why? Because we had the travel. It was hot. It took a lot out of us, that game in midweek, emotionally as well. And we know we've got 4 huge games coming up now. 2 in Europe, 2 in the league, that are massive games for us. So when you get a chance to give 1 or 2 a go, I thought Cifuentes again was outstanding. I thought young John Lee Ifeko first start. He's a boy that's come out of nowhere really, and I was really happy with him today also.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because we spoke about this earlier, about how you balance the day with Tuesday in mind. And you're talking a lot about trying to improve the way that you're finishing games, and finishing games off, and finishing chances. But you know better than anyone the importance of doing that very quickly at a club like Rangers. How do you coach that, and how do you do that really quickly to make sure Tuesday night in particular we're not having the same conversation post-match?
Well, it's different players that will play on Tuesday, obviously. That won't be the same 11 that plays today. I'm seeing the right signs. We're scoring goals, which is a big thing. We're creating chances. So I'm seeing the right signs. It's a completely different game. We're on a hide into nothing today in some ways, because our fans want us to score a lot of goals. The opportunities were there. But it is clear we need to work on 1 or 2 connections. But with Todd coming back in, Nico, Jacko fresh, the 2 fullbacks who are so important to the way we play, we made decisions today for the right reasons for the next 4 games coming up.
What's the next couple of days like for you building up to Tuesday?
Well, it enabled us to train tomorrow with majority of the team that may be involved on Tuesday, which would have been taken away from us. You can imagine playing Tuesday night. If a lot of those guys would have played today, they probably wouldn't have returned to the training pitch into a light session on Monday afternoon. So taking the decision we have, it meant that we could train with 2 separate groups yesterday. One group trained slightly earlier for this game, one group's trained slightly later, and we can continue that work tomorrow. There's no days off, but with the exciting games we got coming, if you're football nuts like us, you don't want the days off.
And Michael, you've obviously as you spoke about, you've rested some key players. Is that with a view of being aggressive in Tuesday, being on the front foot, taking the game to them?
Well, I think it's a cup final. It's a two-legged cup final, so why wouldn't we be? And we need the fans and everybody in the stadium behind us. They're a very, very talented side, but I think so are we. So what are we going to do? Be cautious, or are we going to have a right go? I think the best way for our team to play is to go and have a right go and to try to run and peg them back and use the crowd and everything. And it's two wonderful games. In between that, we've got a difficult trip up to Ross County for an early start. PSV get the weekend off, so I'll let you argue the reason behind that.
I think you're making a point there.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So I see with that, with the gradual improvement you've had, do you think your team will have to go to another level when you think about PSV over two legs?
Yeah, look, I don't want to be disrespectful. I thought Morton were very, very good today. I thought Dougie set his team up well and they stayed in the game and they made a real fight of it. But we know midweek two teams are going to play the game from the middle of the pitch, and it gives different spaces and it gives you different problems to solve. At the moment we're a team that's got a lot of the ball. Teams are sitting deep, and it's clear that the connections in the final third need to come. I think that there'll be different spaces for us and different challenges midweek. It's a different type of game. It will be very evenly matched. We're the slight underdogs, I'm led to believe, but even that, what a wonderful opportunity for the staff, the players and the fans as well. We want Champions League football back here, and we're going to have to get past a very, very good side.
Okay, listen, congratulations. You're into the quarter-finals.
Thanks. All the best.
All the best.
Michael Beale.